Yep, it's crazy. It's been a crazy first hour, second hour. Welcome, Prater and the Ballgame, our YouTube audience. This is our recorded segment so everybody can see my beautiful Kenneth Walker III jersey I am wearing. And Mike Prater's going with a nice vest, and I don't know what kind of shirt that is, but you look really good today, Prater. I wanted to say that.
Likewise.
You look really good.
I appreciated your 5 days of Seattle sportswear this week.
Every day.
Yeah.
I did it all week, and, if they win on Sunday, you're going to get 2 more weeks of it.
That's all right. Bring it on.
CBS, Fox, NBC. In that order, there's 3 games left. CBS, AFC Championship, Fox, NFC Championship, NBC, the Super Bowl. What team do you prefer? What network is getting it right? If there is one, 208-424-9300. You can call the Taco Bell hotline. Love to get your take on this. Bob said no Buck and Aikman. It's a little harder for him. They are out of it. Yeah, it's just CBS, Fox, and NBC. Mike Prater, where are you with this?
I like all 3 of them. And I never really understood the crazy debate and the angst that people have nitpicking the TV guys and just tearing them down. Tom Brady sucks. Jim Romo's getting worse. I get that it's a very sports opinionated business and everybody has an opinion when it comes to sports, but man, there's just so much angst in the world. They're all 3 of these crews I think are spectacular. I think they all do a great job. They're some of the best at what they do. I've always been a Jim Nantz guy, but Jim Nantz is just I've kind of grown up with Jim Nantz.
You love your Nancy, man.
Well, yeah. Plus, when when I was in Salt Lake going to school, he was in that market, and Jim and Nantz and I got to hang out a little bit. He mentored me for a couple of weeks as a young journalist trying to do some stuff. I remember going to a bar and sharing a urinal with Jim Nantz one night in Salt Lake City.
Just took a leak right next to him,
just right next to each other and hanging out. So he does jazz work and he does other work, and I've just always grown up with him, always appreciated his smoothness, and of course the golf and the NCAA stuff works well for me. So I'm a Jim Nantz guy, but I like all these crews.
Romo.
I like Romo. I got no problem with Romo.
No problem with Romo either.
No problem with Romo whatsoever. I think he's fine.
424-9300. Greg, Prater likes all 3 of them. I have a feeling Greg Frank's going to go a little different here.
Well, the one thing I don't like with the former players, and I don't think that Collinsworth does this as much as Brady and Romo, is the trying to predict the play pre-snap, what they're going to do. It's fine if you do it, occasionally, but I feel like it can become overkill sometimes. And it's like, well, I'm just watching the game to hear you break it down, not for you to kind of talk at me like, here's what they're going to do because it's 3rd and 4 at midfield, and this is what the call should be or whatever the situation should be. So that part I don't love, but as far as my favorite one here, I don't really hate any of them, but I think my favorite is probably Tirico and Collinsworth, because Collinsworth has been in the booth as a color guy for long enough now where I don't get the same former player, I know more about football than you do vibes with Collinsworth. And Tirico is just, he might be a 21st century Mount Rushmore broadcaster when you think about the wide array of skills that, yesterday we talked a little bit about it being Kobe Bryant, 20 years since the 81-point game. I remember Tirico calling Kobe's last game, and he's had some big moments basketball as well. So I think he just touches a lot of different notes when he calls games in whatever sport it is, and I think he's excellent. Great feel for the moment calling an NFL game. So looking forward to him calling.
He is good. Tirico's just a pro's pro. You guys all go with Fox. Not only I prefer the presentation of Fox, the Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, Strahan. I like the addition of Gronk and Brady to the Fox team and just the entire presentation. But man, I'm really digging the Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady combination here. I'm in the boat of Tom Brady got a lot better this year. I'm enjoying his calls. Sometimes
where did he get better?
Sometimes he makes me giggle.
Everybody says he got better this year, but I have to read somebody tell me where.
For me, he does a better job at explaining to me kind of the art of pre-snap versus post-snap. Tom Brady on the breakdown, he'll go on pre-snap and say, see here's where you were able to tell that was a zone or a man. And because of which you see Matt Stafford switch the protection to one side, whatnot. It's brilliant. And You know what? I can tell with Brady Prater that he really cares about it. He wants to get good. He loves football so much. And for me, that comes through my screen, and it almost makes Tom Brady human. We all know Tom Brady is not human. He's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., but it almost feels like I'll just throw a name, Steve Berline in the booth, and not Tom Brady, just a football savant, geek, wants to be a play-by-play broadcaster. And there's nothing. He never tells you about how good his career was. He doesn't reflect on that very often, and he could all the time, but he doesn't. He doesn't sit here and say, I did this and I did that. I like Tom. And Kevin Burkhardt, I didn't know much about him. Really, he was just kind of a dude. And now I like his call, voice, and I'll go with Brady and Burkhardt. They're really growing on me. Romo is fading with me, and it's a voice thing. No one tells him to drink a stinking thing of tea. I mean, he just sounds so scratchy, Jim. And the play predicting, that's weird. That was Romo.
I don't like it.
Romo came in. Yeah.
That was a knock on Romo, and I was going to bring that up with Greg. That was a knock on Romo when he first started. I don't think that exists anymore, guys.
Yeah,
I don't hear that complaint anymore. And I don't watch anywhere near as much football as you guys do. But when I watch Romo, he doesn't do that anymore. I think you're living in the past on that one.
Maybe. I mean,
I give him credit for fixing it, because that was a major problem at the beginning.
I haven't noticed much of that. Yeah.
I got to say, somebody else on the text line brought up KP and Boise. As long as I don't have to listen to Romo's mouth noises, he does make some weird noises.
I don't know, Jim. It's technical. Jim, just by a hair, Jim. I know. But he's passionate with it. I thought Romo kicked the door down in the business, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's the next Frank Gifford or something, right? And he hasn't been. But him and Jim Nantz have it going. They're going to have the AFC. Burkhardt and Brady have the NFC championship, and Collinsworth and Mike Tirico have the the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl
on NBC, all games of which are on KTIK, the ticket. Major college football news. Mike Prater, is it good or is it bad for the Boise State fan? BJ Rains, BNN Report, coming up on KTIK, the ticket.
From the Beacon Plumbing Traffic Studio, this is Ticket Traffic.